Hey guys, I do have a Tuesday morning editorial for you. And this morning we're going to go back east to North Carolina. We're going to talk about a police chief that wants to change things in his city. Well, the city that he became a police chief in. So I'm going to give it to you right here, right now, make a few comments, and let you also comment in the comment section below. I'm going to put a link to this story in the description box below. From North Carolina. It comes to us from Citizen Times. Thank you, Citizen Times, for this story. Out of Asheville, North Carolina, David Zack says he knew what he was walking into in becoming chief of Western North Carolina's biggest police force on February 4th, leaving a department in Western New York where he served 33 years. David Zack told the Citizen Times, "If I thought this was like some massive fix-it job, I probably would have avoided it. But the more I talked to people, I didn't see it as that. He is Asheville Police Department's fifth chief since 2010. City Manager Deborah Campbell picked Zack in January. He replaced Chris Bailey, Campbell's first appointment, who left in September after only 2 months. Zack dealt with racial turmoil in his former town of Cheektowaga and has promised to bring stability to Asheville Police Department. Asheville's department has been rocked by the 2017 beating of an unarmed black resident accused of jaywalking, and revelations it monitored civil rights groups as well as traffic stop numbers showing a disproportionate number of African Americans stopped and searched, despite contraband found more frequently on whites. Interim Chief Robert White implemented reforms, including a city council mandate that officers get written permission from people in cars before performing consent searches where there is no probable cause to suspect criminal activity. In February 24th interview with the Citizen Times, just 20 days after he started, David Zack said officers want to reestablish community trust, but are facing challenges such as alarming gun violence numbers, high turnover, and the flood of non-residents. And then they give you in that story, and I'm going to put a link to it below, they give you excerpts from the interview about him as a father and him as a police officer and him, they talk about the different things. They talk about the beating of the young man. Before applying for the job, David Zack said he watched the video of the 2017 beating of Johnny Rush by Officer Christopher Hickman. In February of 2018, the Citizen Times obtained Hickman's body camera footage and published it along with a story. The furor that followed shook the city. Asheville Police Department faced criticism for, among other reasons, taking 5 months to start a criminal investigation into Chris Hickman, even though superior officers were immediately aware of what had happened. And of course, they say that the charges were dropped against that man, including resisting a peace officer. So this guy's taken over a police department that's troubled, the city that doesn't trust the police. And he says, it says things like they show a disproportionate number of African Americans stopped and searched despite contraband found more frequently on whites. I find that here locally in the Inland Empire, particularly in San Bernardino, where they'll stop a car, and I've seen, and you guys can say whatever you want, but I have seen it personally, that there are more African American blacks pulled out of the car and the car searched, and then they're let go with a citation or a warning. There are more blacks pulled out than whites for those searches. So yes, there is a disproportionate number of one particular ethnicity versus another on these car searches. And you can't tell me that criminal activity is ethnic. Okay, it's a profiling thing. And I'll tell you another hint that gives us it's a profiling thing is when they say, we need to get written permission from people in cars before performing consent searches where there is no probable cause to suspect criminal activity. Then why are you searching? If there's no probable cause to suspect criminal activity, why search the car? Oh, because you might find something, and then you can arrest them on drug paraphernalia or even drugs. Well, we don't know if you've got anything, but we're going to search the car. Can we get your permission? People don't do that, though. They go, oh, yeah, okay, you can search the car, officer. And then when we come up to record the cops to make sure they do the right thing, people go, hey, these are good cops. They're just doing their job, man. Go away and leave them alone. Really? Get bullied much? People like that fucking amaze me. They amaze me. Because me, I'm not rolling over that easy. I'm going to record the cops. I'm going to let everybody know who the bad cops are out there, who the ones that are profiling, and the ones that are searching without PC. Because I'm Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers from coast to coast. Thank you guys for this Tuesday morning editorial. Thank you for watching. More editorials to come later this week.